Uncovering the most guarded methods of martial arts. This is Ancient Martial Arts Revealed.
Hi, Alan Ondash here with another tutorial on how to develop the ultimate front kick. First of all, I'd like to say that you can only get so good at kicking by simply kicking your brains out or wailing away on a heavy bag. If you don't follow some sort of proven method, you'll start doing all sorts of crazy things with your arms, rising up onto the ball of your base foot, wildly hurling your body toward the target, pushing yourself away from the target, and any number of other futile things to try and muster more power. All these bad habits usually come from those who simply copy techniques from one another and then try to make them their own. But true martial arts never were, nor will ever be, a follow-along skill. In fact, there is real science behind every single movement. This science is what I specialize in, and I'm going to pass it along to you today for free. Okay, let's get started. To secure the fundamental elements involved in proper front kicking, which are breathing, whole body weight power, reverse power, timing, speed, explosiveness, and strength, all you need to do is a few concept training exercises that don't actually involve kicking, but instead teach the body how to deliver a kick. This is the preferred method for traditional training, because if you were to learn the actual kick first, as many people do, then that's the same thing as starting with technique and trying to work your way backwards to theory. No real art works that way because it makes it nearly impossible to get a grip on all the necessary elements that make a technique extraordinary. Moreover, if you learned how to kick without first developing the science behind it, you would have a tendency to allow your kicking leg to be the first thing to receive your power when it actually should be the last. Now, you can of course develop a killer front kick by employing the science and the kick simultaneously, but I find it fair to warn you that that privilege is reserved for those with a legitimate traditional martial arts background. This is because through the practice of forms and other martially related exercises, those in that group typically possess many case-hardened varieties of the aforementioned elements and are therefore capable of integrating those elements into techniques like blocking, punching, and kicking without any supplementary thoughts or reservations. This, by the way, is the very reason why well-practiced traditionalists often appear to have more powerful and accurate techniques than those who simply decided to wake up one day and start kicking and punching. But even if you don't practice traditional martial arts, you can still develop the necessary elements of front kicking and in return amaze yourself with the results. So grab yourself a staff, weight bar, or broomstick and follow me. To become proficient at everything except speed and strength, you only need to practice one concept training maneuver. Hold a staff across your shoulders as shown, and pull yourself out of a low-held horse stance and into a crane stance while turning your right hip and right upper torso in the same direction as the target leg. This will not only guarantee whole body weight power when the kick is finally added to the mix, but if the left hip, shoulder, and arm are turned backwards at the exact same instance that the target leg comes forward, it will guarantee proper timing and reverse power as well. Also, if you tense both hands upon arrival and then let that tension emanate throughout the rest of the body, this will facilitate explosiveness. To gain speed, you'll need to do a push-pull exercise that transitions from a back stance to a cat stance. This is the preferred method since the front foot of a cat stance is typically very lightly weighted and therefore closely related to front kicking ability. From a back stance position, set the front foot first, then slide the back foot forward into a cat stance while remembering to turn the staff. Make sure you breathe through the movement and tense both hands at the end. After you set your front foot, make sure to pull on it with as much force as you push with the back one, as this will not only get your target leg there faster, but when you integrate this concept into a front kick, you'll then harness true speed. To gain strength, you'll need to do the dead leg exercise. This is designed specifically for front kicks and is implemented by completely relaxing the rear leg as if it were dead and thus free of any muscular tension, then using only the strength of the front leg to drag it up and through, letting it fall into the next step where it then becomes the basis for the other leg. This exercise teaches the body three very important things about front kicking. Number one, it trains your base leg to bear the entire weight of your body and dead leg, thereby resulting in amazing strength and control. Number 2, it allows what will eventually become your kicking leg to be used more like a soft, heavy whip and less like a hard, dense club. This is crucial since many martial art moves are designed to be heavy, not tense. Tension is typically reserved for the end of a movement, not the beginning or the middle. Number 3, it forces your base leg to learn the concept of pulling, which will not only enable you to thrust your kicking leg outward with greater force, but it will also help you master the previous push-pull exercise. Now you know the secret of how to develop the ultimate front kick. And, just for the record, it all boils down to one simple formula, which, incidentally, is the same formula used for all real and true martial art techniques. It goes like this. In order to elevate any technique above and beyond its normal physical aptitude, the technique must be dissected into a set of conceptual exercises that not only closely imitate how the body and legs actually move when performing the technique, but are also the closest representatives of whole body weight power, reverse power, speed, timing, explosiveness, strength, balance, and breathing. I'm Alan Ondash. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to check out my other videos, my free apps from iTunes and Google Play, and all my straightforward, no-nonsense products available exclusively from the TigersArk.com.